Hello and welcome to the Luz and Dolly Show. I'm Luz.
And I'm Dolly. And today we have a very special segment for you today because, of course, it is Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
It's Love and Friendship Day, too.
It is, absolutely, absolutely. Well, you and I, as always, we are talking for a number of hours. And we were specifically talking about love. Love. What does love mean to you, Luz?
Love to me, I think, has so many different variations, but I think the most important thing is the feeling of completeness and fulfillment and sharing, and not only with others, but for yourself. I think we were talking about self-love and love with our parents, love with our children, romantic love. And there's so many different kinds of love, but the most important, I believe, is self-love.
Well, that is a topic that you and I have discussed many times because I know that you had shared with me that 3 years ago you did not have self-love or didn't have enough self-love. And I know that I have experienced the same. I always would put everyone else before me. I wouldn't take time for me. And these
You
are
don't
things,
even realize it, right?
No, you don't. You don't.
don't
Well, because
realize
especially being moms,
Yeah.
we're single moms now, but being moms, we're always too busy, too occupied, and we're not taking time to, to have meditation, to have relaxation, not as often as we like, I guess, or maybe just go for a massage.
A massage or a little walk in the park, doing our hair, getting our nails done, things that we don't realize because lack of time, lack of money, or because we're just always doing for others, which is a beautiful thing, but we must remember that if we don't have self-love, it's quite difficult to share that with others.
Well, that's the whole point of self-love. You have to be
Yes.
able to be fulfilled. You need to be fulfilled on your own without, having to have that outside source to be the one that fills you.
Yes.
You have to be the one that you know who you are. You know what makes you happy. You know what makes you content.
Well, it's almost like what we talked about last week about that tank, that love tank. You have a love tank, each and every one of us does.
Right.
And if it's starting to diminish, it's 3/4 of the way, half of the way, 1/4 of the way, you feel those emotions, that unfulfillment, that incompleteness. So it's important that you fill that, whether it's going for that walk that you mentioned, meditating, allowing yourself a little time for a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and a good book in candlelight.
Absolutely, and it makes me think also like of self-doubt
Yes.
and self-worth.
Yes.
Sometimes when you don't have that feeling that you are enough.
Yes.
So self-love is definitely very important. But we talk about so many variations
do.
of this, and we specifically talk about even the relationship, especially that we have with our children. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what your lovely 16-year-old did for you today on Valentine's Day, which I think is so beautiful. And she actually cried, but she has to share the story.
I will. She gets so excited and she wants to share, and I think it's lovely, and thank you
do.
for that. Well, my son, Matthew, he's going to be 17 in May, and he always thought that Hallmark holidays are just for that, for cards, and he never thought much of showing his emotions or saying Happy Valentine's Day, etc. So I really did not expect to get what I got. He slept over at his friend's house last night, and as I was leaving, he walks in, and he has beautiful dozen pink carnations, which were my grandma's favorite, which made me cry already. And then he comes with this card. Happy Hearts Day. Oh my gosh, no envelope or anything, but it was just so sweet. He goes, "Here, Mom, Happy Valentine's Day." So I just wanted to read it if that's okay.
Of course.
It said, "If today is all about love and feelings and saying what's in your heart and telling someone really special how much they mean, then I just want you to know you're the best. And you mean so much to me. Hope your day is great. Happy Valentine's Day, Mom. Love you with all of my heart, Matt." Oh my gosh, there's little hearts, and I started crying.
Well, you called me.
Thank you, Matthew.
You called me this morning, and you're like, "Oh, I'm crying," and you're like, "I'm so emotional." I'm like, what happened?
What happened? What happened? She was nervous.
I'm like, "Wow, are you okay? What's wrong?" And we were getting ready to come to do the recording of our show
my
today, and of course, she
gosh.
just was so touched with her beautiful son,
So
Matthew,
sweet.
which he's amazing. And today, I was also blessed and so grateful to actually be a witness to 40 amazing, wonderful couples that decided to renew their wedding vows. And I think that
At
was
your church, that's so
at
beautiful.
my church, they decided to renew their wedding vows. And it was so beautiful, so blessed. And I actually posted pictures on Facebook
videos.
because, and a video because I thought it was absolutely beautiful and so touching.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What was the conversation we had in the car last night when we were talking about love and the different, relationships that you can have with love?
Well, we actually talked about different topics. We talked about, the couples, that are in love. We talked about families, children, as a parent. But we also obviously talked about friendships. And you're my best friend. I adore you.
Love you too.
Absolutely adore you. You're my sister. And but it was one of the things that did come up is when I was having my son, my oldest son, where I had complications, and I really did not think that I was going to make it. I was hooked up to IVs. I was so weak. I didn't know what my future would hold, and it just meant so much to me when I was actually able to hold my Billy, my little Billy. He's oh my God, he's the love of my life, and there's of course my other son Danny, but going through that experience, first time mom, it just made me just be so thankful and so grateful to be able to have him. And I just absolutely adore my kids, just like I know that you adore yours.
Of course.
And then of course my dear friend Sylvia.
Oh, Sylvia, we love
Sylvia,
her.
this one's for you, honey. Sylvia Vega Mitchell. She's an independent consultant with Premier Designs, and she actually is the one who supplies me with my beautiful jewelry for the Luz and Dolly show. She was one of my first visitors when I was at the hospital at that
That's
time.
so beautiful.
And yeah, you know what? She was there holding my hand and just giving me the support that a friend would give another at time of need, and
So
that's
isn't
something I
that-
would never forget.
I know, that's beautiful. So isn't that wonderful to know that obviously you were in love with your husband at the time, then you were in love with holding your child for the first time,
Yes.
and then your dear friend came to be there and hold your hand. So many different ways that we can show love. And
Absolutely.
that's self-love, initiating all of that. It's just so beautiful and wonderful. And yeah, I didn't mention my daughter Crystal, but I just want to say, Crystal, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Matthew. You are my love. The love's in my heart, in my life, and it's just so beautiful to be able to share that.
To
So,
share, absolutely.
yeah.
And today specifically, my
Oh,
nephew,
yes.
nephew Eric Gardia, happy birthday to you.
Aw.
I love you with all my heart and soul, and I sincerely wish you have a beautiful, magnificent day today,
Beautiful.
being Valentine's Day.
Happy
And
birthday, Eric.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that we also emphasize is the fact that, Valentine's is a very special day for many, but it doesn't have to be the only time that
Every
you
day.
focus on. It doesn't have to be the only time that you focus on loving each other. It's all about friendships
day.
and love
Yeah.
and just, taking care of your own. And I know we talked briefly about what does love mean to you, Lucy. Why don't you give us a brief description of what love means to you?
It's the completeness, the fulfillment, the feeling of feeling satisfied. What does it mean to you?
Well, I have said I'm a romantic. I'm a foolish romantic.
I'm
I
glad
guess.
she doesn't say I'm a hopeless romantic. I
no.
don't like when they say that.
No,
it's a hopeful romantic.
I love love. I love being in love. I think it's so beautiful.
It is,
I think
it
it's so
is.
sweet.
This year is our special year. You'll see.
I hope
You'll
so.
see.
I hope so. I hope so. I believe that it's about kindness,
Yes.
respect, compassion, missing one another when you're not together, thinking about each other, visualizing each other, even if it's just visualizing a walk in the park or having ice cream or just having a great conversation in front of the couch, on the couch in front of the TV or something like that. But
simple pleasures,
hugs,
yeah,
and quality time. And I tell you, I'm a romantic, so I love that stuff.
Oh, sweet.
I love that stuff.
That's awesome. That's wonderful.
You're making me shy.
I know someone that says that.
I know.
Oh, that's sweet.
But it's wonderful.
It is so wonderful and such an honor to be here with you today. And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
I love you.
Valentine's Day to you.
Thank
I
you.
absolutely adore you, and I am so grateful to be able to be sharing this beautiful stage today, beautiful set today.
Yes, we didn't even mention. Of course, you guys notice it's our new stage. Yeah. We're just changing things up a little bit.
Oh, I know. And you know what? And do you remember today we actually gave our wonderful producer,
Yes.
Chuy Serna,
Yes.
we
Yes.
gave him some beautiful flowers because he is one of the amazing men that loves to get flowers. So we surprised him with
He
some.
mentioned it.
He did.
At our last,
the 5 love
at the-
languages. Yes.
At our last recording last week, he said, "You realize that men like to receive flowers." So sure enough, today we brought him flowers. He goes, "You're making me shy."
You're making me shy.
So
You're making me
cute.
shy. So Chuy, I'm glad we made you shy. We love it. We love it.
Thank you. So, happy Valentine's Day today and always, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you going to talk about a book?
You know what? Yes, of course, I want to mention it.
Yeah.
For those of you, if you recall, Luz and I are co-authors of today's Inspire Latina. We are very proud of our collaboration in this book. And, we just want to let you know that if you are interested in ordering a copy, you can send us an email at lusanddolly@gmail.com, and we'll be more than happy to get a copy out to you, especially, now love is in the air.
Love is always in the air.
Love is in the air, absolutely, absolutely.
We were wondering, we were talking about, should we discuss more of the 5 love languages? Should we talk about integrity in relationships, self-love? And we put it out on Facebook, and I don't think that everyone notices that it's on YouTube.
Right.
You can look at our segments recorded on YouTube. And also, please subscribe. I had a lot of individuals asking, how can I help? And where can I subscribe?
Absolutely.
Just go on YouTube.
Not only that, let us know what topics you're interested in hearing us discuss. I mean, Luz and I, we actually have a whole journal with topics,
do.
whether it be on gratitude, whether it be on integrity. And integrity, I really want to spend some
Forgiveness.
time. Forgiveness is a good one.
So many of us hold on to such resentment and horrible things that we need to learn to forgive, first of all, ourselves, so that we can forgive others.
Well,
So-
not only that, but forgiveness is specifically because it is for you. It is not necessarily for the other person. It is for you to make sure that you're okay, because you want to make sure that, you don't want to
cleansed
live
and
with
healed.
that.
Yes.
Exactly, exactly.
So anyway, we have many topics, but if you can go and send us your comments, we'd appreciate it so we can put them in order and give you what you need and what you want first.
Absolutely. I love this. I love this.
Thank you so much for watching the Luz and Dolly Show. Happy Valentine's Day. Be with your sweethearts, your loved ones, your parents, your children, your friends, and pick up the phone, send a text, or say a little something to those that you love and are thinking of.
I think today should not be a day of texting. I think today needs to be a day of actually vocalizing.
Yeah.
Just give the person a call, because,
That's true.
sometimes we forget about this and we
That's
hide
true.
behind technology. Just give the person a
But-
phone call today. And
Yes, of course, but there's distant ones that you would love to connect with that you haven't talked to in a while.
Right.
So it's okay to send a little message and
I
say,
know, but if
thinking
you-
about you.
I know, but if you
She
can't,
loves
but-
the phone, guys. She loves the phone.
Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Anyway,
No, but I
thank
also
you.
wish you all a beautiful and blessed day. May it be
Yes.
filled with love, with joy, with happiness,
Peace.
and
Peace.
peace on
Oh,
earth.
yes. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Kisses.
Bye-bye.